This month, South Africa star Jonty Rhodes
In the modern era, there really have been some great fielders. I think for me, the first player, because I only fielded in the circle, the first player that I saw fielding well in the circle and outside the circle with a very strong arm, Andrew Simons from Australia. Number 4, Herschel Gibbs, as a contemporary. He's just retired recently. He's kind of hung on as a player. He's now just converted to commentary and coaching. So as a contemporary, Herschel was an incredible fielder. So great to have him next to me at backward point. Number 3, and not number 3 in order, but just with regards to Paul Collingwood. Again, at the end of his career, he's just retired from all cricket. He retired a while back from international cricket, but a fantastic fielder. Really, really very similar, I think, with regards to me in the fielding in those same positions. Number 2, A.B. de Villiers. You know, I worked with the South African team for a while as a fielding coach, and every time he put the wicket-keeping gloves on, I'd be very upset and go, come on, A.B., I need you in the field. And then number 1 for me, somebody who is still playing, Suresh Raina. And I've been a massive fan of Suresh Raina for forever, you know, ever since he started playing. And the reason why, I mean, I love A.B. de Villiers, but maybe I'm a bit biased because South African, and he's a bit like my son, you know, with regards to that. But Suresh Raina, who plays in India all the time, so I know what the conditions of the fields are. Every time he practices, every time he dives, it's going to be sore. He doesn't even give a second hesitation, should I dive or shouldn't I dive? He goes for the ball, which pretty much was my philosophy of, if you don't go, you'll never know. And he has done that, taking great catches in the slips, in the outfield, in the circle. I have loved watching Suresh Raina. He is my number 1 fielder.
International cricket is played in 3 different formats: Test matches, One-day internationals, and 2020 internationals. The oldest and most traditional form of the game is Test match cricket. Players in Test cricket wear white clothing, and the match is played using a red ball. The Test match is played across 5 consecutive days, with each day's play lasting 7 hours, including 2 breaks. In a Test match, each side has the opportunity to bat twice, with an unlimited number of overs being bowled until an innings is complete. Although every form of the game can end in a tie, only a Test match can end in a draw. One-day international cricket is a limited overs form of cricket, where each side has a maximum of 50 overs in which to score their runs, and the entire match is completed within 1 day. Each team bats just once, and the match lasts between 7 to 8 hours with a short break between innings. In ODI cricket, players wear coloured clothing, and the match is played using a white ball. The first ODI match was played in 1971, and the format revolutionised the way the game of cricket was both watched and played. In ODI cricket, there are bowler restrictions, with each bowler limited to 10 overs, and fielder restrictions, with only certain numbers allowed outside the 30-yard circle at various stages. The pinnacle event of world cricket, the ICC Cricket World Cup, is played in the ODI format and takes place once every 4 years. 2020 is the newest and most explosive format of cricket. The first 2020 international match was played in 2005. As the name suggests, each side has 20 overs each to bat, and each side bats just once. A T20 match will generally last for around 3 hours. As in ODI cricket, players wear coloured clothing and the match is played with a white ball. Similarly, the number of fielders permitted outside the 30-yard circle is restricted at various stages, and in T20s, a bowler is restricted to just 4 overs per innings. The first ICC World 2020 took place in 2007, with India triumphing over Pakistan in a thrilling final. And the World T20 is now firmly established as one of the most popular events in global cricket. An international cricket match is controlled by 5 officials, 4 umpires and a match referee. On the field of play there are 2 umpires, one who stands behind the stumps at the bowler's end and one who stands at square leg. The umpire at the bowler's end is responsible for judging no balls, wides, LBW appeals, out-court appeals, run-outs at the bowler's end, byes, leg byes, boundaries. The square leg umpire is responsible for judging run-outs at the striker's end, stumpings, offering assistance with height for wides and no balls. The umpires will swap positions at the end of each over. The third umpire is the off-field TV umpire. The third umpire uses technology such as slow-motion TV replays, edge detection, and ball tracking to assist with making final decisions on run-outs, stumpings, LBWs, whether a ball has touched the ground before being caught, or when it is unclear if the ball has crossed the boundary. The fourth umpire is the reserve umpire, who also assists with duties such as pitch preparation and repairs, player injuries and replacements, organising replacement match balls. They're also on call to stand in should anything happen to the on-field or third umpires. The match referee is on hand to ensure all logistics of the match run smoothly and the game is played in the correct spirit. Their duties include, but are not limited to, oversight of ground operations and logistics, taking both captains for the toss of the coin, liaising with teams, management, venue, hosts and staff, adjudicating on any code of conduct breaches. All officials contribute greatly to the smooth and successful running of an international cricket match. Umpires, in particular, have one of the toughest jobs in cricket, and the game couldn't be played without them. The umpires make signals throughout the match, and every one of these signals has a specific meaning. 4. The ball crosses the boundary having touched the ground. 6. The ball crosses the boundary on the full. Out. The batter is adjudged to have been out. No ball. An illegal delivery for either overstepping the popping crease, the back foot landing outside the return crease, or the ball delivered too high. Free hit. After a no ball in limited overs cricket, the indicator that the next ball will be a free hit. Bye. A run is scored without the ball having hit either the bat or the batter. Leg bye. A run is scored when the ball has hit the batter but not the bat. Wide. The ball has been delivered too wide for the batter to be able to reach it. Dead ball. Indicates that the delivery that has just been bowled or is about to be bowled is cancelled and does not count. Cancel call. When an umpire wishes to alter a decision or is advised to do so by the third umpire. One short. When running between the wickets, this signal indicates the batter has not properly completed the run before. TV replay. When the on-field umpire wishes to consult the third umpire for assistance with a decision on a dismissal. Signals are an important part of the umpire's armoury, as they let both the scorer and fans know what's happening at any given point during a match.
Oh, this is worth a shout. The umpire says yes.
Cricket is a sport that is played by millions and loved by billions of people from all corners of the globe. Cricket has been played for centuries, with the first international match occurring way back in 1844. From that time, it has continued to develop into the vibrant and exciting modern game that is played today. Cricket is a bat and ball sport that involves two teams with 11 players on each side. The aim of the game is to score more runs than the opposition. One player, the bowler, bowls a hard leather ball at speeds of up to 150 km per hour at a player from the opposing team, who then attempts to hit it with a bat in order to score runs. Cricket is played on an oval-shaped field, and in the middle of that field is the pitch, which is where most of the action takes place. At either end of the pitch you'll find these things. They're called wickets, and they're made up of 3 wooden stumps that support 2 bails. They're important, but we'll come back to them shortly. The batting team has 2 batters at a time in play, whilst the fielding side has all 11 players on the field. A batter scores runs in 2 ways. 1. They hit the ball far enough that it crosses the outer boundary of the field. If the ball has bounced, it's worth 4 runs. If it clears the boundary on the full, it's worth 6, the maximum number of runs that can be scored from 1 hit. 2. Through the 2 batters running the length of the pitch in opposite directions whilst the fielders are retrieving the ball. 1 length of the pitch completed equals 1 run. The aim for the fielding side is to restrict the number of runs scored by the batting side, whilst trying to get the batter out. There are 11 different ways a batter can be out, with the most common being bowled. The bowler bowls the ball, the batter misses it or deflects it by accident, it hits the stumps, and the bails come off. Caught. The batter hits the ball, and one of the fielders catches it before it hits the ground. Leg before wicket, LBW. Exactly what the name suggests. The bowler bowls the ball, the batter misses it, and the ball hits them on the leg in line with the stumps. Run out. The batter hits the ball and runs, but the fielding team retrieve the ball and throw it to the stumps before either batter has reached the other end. When a batter's out, they leave the field of play and another teammate replaces them. Once all the batters on a team are out, the sides swap, and the fielding team then have their turn to bat and attempt to beat the overall score set by the first batting team. Put simply, the winner is the team with the most runs after both sides have batted.
It's a wonderful initiative. It gives people the opportunity to first of all see the World Cup and then start to get a bit of an excitement level going. South Africa will be there competing, and hopefully with it being on the shores now, when it comes to July it can come back to these shores and sit here for a while.
The people around in South Africa at all the various grounds are keen to see how the trophy looks, and we've seen other sporting codes do it, and it creates a big hype around it, and people having the opportunity to take a photo with it with themselves, and so it's quite a special trophy to get close to.